in the heart of a city that never sleeps, where towering skyscrapers kiss the skies and neon lights paint an ever-changing tableau, there exists an enigma: the Midnight Alley. As dusk falls and night unfurls its velvety darkness, this alley transforms into a labyrinth of terror and mystery. Imagine walking down this narrow, cobblestoned path. Your only companions are the flickering lamplights casting long dancing shadows on the ancient brick walls. A chilling wind whispers tales of forgotten souls as it rustles through discarded newspapers, carrying with it the faint aroma of fear. Your heart pounds like a war drum in your chest, each beat echoing in sync with your footsteps. Every corner you turn presents an unseen peril or cryptic riddle waiting to be unraveled. You might stumble upon old Mrs. Winters, who disappeared years ago, still searching for her lost cat, or find graffiti that predicts tomorrow's headlines today. Perhaps you'll hear eerie lullabies sung by unseen children echoing from closed windows, or see spectral figures darting at the edge of your vision, just enough to question reality but not enough to confirm their existence. One thing is certain, though. Once you step foot into the Midnight Alley, nothing remains as it seems. Now hold on to that feeling, that tantalizing blend of dread and curiosity, because we're about to delve deeper into this nocturnal paradox together. We're going to rip away its veil of shadows one layer at a time, unraveling tales filled with spine-chilling suspense and mind-bending mysteries that will keep you on tenterhooks throughout our journey. So tighten your grip on reality as we descend into this urban abyss, where every shadow hides a secret and every echo carries a story. Welcome to the Midnight Alley, where terror meets mystery under the cloak of darkness. Imagine, if you will, a labyrinth of narrow paths where the moonlight barely dares to touch, a place where fear and intrigue dance a haunting waltz. This is the Midnight Alley, an urban abyss that draws you into its depths as it unveils layer upon layer of terrifying mystery. Picture yourself walking down this eerie path. The chill in the air is palpable. Each breath you take tastes like danger. Shadows loom around every corner, morphing into grotesque figures as they feast on your growing dread. Yet, there's an irresistible allure to this macabre ballet of terror and curiosity that tugs at your courage and coaxes you deeper into the heart of darkness. In these forgotten backstreets, every echoing footstep tells its own tale, like that one about old Mrs. Jenkins from number 23, who went out to fetch her cat one fateful night, but was never seen again. Or young Tommy from the bakery, who claimed he'd seen ghostly apparitions in his peripheral vision while making late-night deliveries. Then there's the chilling whispers about the Watcher, a phantom figure said to lurk in the darkest corners, observing with unseen eyes and striking when least expected. Some say he's just a myth. Others swear they felt his icy presence on their lonely walks home. As each story unfolds within the Midnight Alley, reality warps into something far more unnerving than any fictional horror tale. Herein lies its chilling charm. It's more than just stories whispered under hushed voices. It's an immersive experience that forces your mind to grapple with two primal emotions: fear and fascination. It's not uncommon for residents to find strange symbols etched onto their doors come dawn, or for pets to go missing without trace or reason. All part and parcel of living alongside the Midnight Alley's enigmatic aura, perhaps? So why do people stay? Maybe it's morbid curiosity, a desire to solve the unsolvable. Or perhaps they become entangled in the web of the Midnight Alley's spellbinding allure. But once you've ventured down this path, there's no turning back. Welcome to the Midnight Alley, where terror and mystery don't just meet. They collide with an intensity that will leave you gasping for breath. It's a place where your deepest fears are not only confronted, but also woven into a spine-chilling narrative that becomes part of your reality. Are you ready to step into the shadows? You've made it this far, brave soul. You've decided to journey deeper into the Midnight Alley, where shadows dance and your heart races at every slight rustle of wind. This isn't an ordinary alleyway. It's a world that exists between the folds of reality, where terror and mystery coexist in a chilling ballet. Permit me to weave you a tale, one which unfolded right here on this cobblestone path, under a moonless sky. Picture this: a man named Arthur, educated, rational, skeptical, found himself at the entrance of Midnight Alley after losing his way home from work. As he ventured further in, he noticed how eerily quiet it was. The only sounds were his own footsteps echoing off the ancient stone walls on either side. Suddenly, he heard something else, a soft whimper coming from farther down the alleyway. Driven by curiosity more than bravery, Arthur followed the sound until he saw her. A woman cloaked in white with long flowing hair standing under an old gas lamp, her back towards him. He called out to her but got no response. She seemed to be frozen in time under that flickering light. Arthur approached her cautiously, but as soon as he touched her shoulder, poof, she vanished like smoke into thin air, leaving behind only a cold breeze that sent chills down his spine. His mind raced with questions, and fear started creeping over him like an icy blanket. Was she a ghost? Had his imagination played tricks on him? Or was there something more sinister hiding within these narrow lanes? Some say that Arthur never came out of Midnight Alley, while others claim they saw him roaming around aimlessly during late hours, pale-faced and wide-eyed with fear imprinted on his features permanently. Arthur's story might seem extraordinary or downright unbelievable, but here in Midnight Alley such tales are commonplace. They serve as stark reminders that anyone who dares venture into this darkness should be prepared to face their deepest fears, and perhaps even lose themselves in the process. Now, your journey into Midnight Alley is just beginning. Are you ready to embrace what lies ahead, to delve deeper into its enigma? Remember Arthur's tale as you step forward. Let it fuel your courage or reinforce your trepidation. This isn't a place for the faint-hearted, but for those who dare to explore beyond the veil of reality. There are secrets waiting to be unraveled, stories longing to be heard, and mysteries begging to be solved. You, my friend, are not of the ordinary kind. You have that spark in your eyes, that unquenchable thirst to delve into the unknown. So let us venture further into our journey through the Midnight Alley. Imagine this. It's a moonless night cloaked in an eerie silence. The usual cacophony of city life has died down to a mere whisper. And there you stand at the entrance of the alley, a dark passageway barely visible save for the flickering yellow glow from an old lamppost at its depth. One step forward and immediately, a chill rushes up your spine as if touched by ghostly fingers. Each echoing footfall creates ripples of suspense that wash over you with every stride deeper into this labyrinthine corridor. Suddenly, from nowhere appears an antiquated shop bathed in dimmed light. The Curiosities Emporium. It reads on an ancient signboard hanging precariously above its door. This isn't just any store, but one that trades tales instead of trinkets. Stories whispered through centuries and mysteries as old as time itself. As you push open the creaking door, soft whispers fill your ears. Each object within has its own tale to tell, some hauntingly beautiful and others bone-chillingly terrifying. A time-worn pocket watch ticks away relentlessly, counting down to events yet unknown. A dusty mirror reflects more than just appearances, hinting at realities unseen by ordinary eyes. By now, curiosity grips you tightly. Fear is but an echo fading away in this symphony of enigmas. Then you meet her, Madame Lorelei, keeper of secrets, and spinner of tales so captivating they could make time stand still. She tells tales about lovers lost in time whose cries can still be heard on windy nights, or about cursed relics causing havoc when meddled with by unsuspecting wanderers like yourself. Each story, a puzzle piece to the grand tapestry of mysteries that is the Midnight Alley. But remember, my friend, in this world of shadows and secrets, knowledge is power, but it's also danger. While some tales may illuminate your path, others can plunge you further into darkness, for not every secret yearns to be told. So tread lightly and watch closely. Each step in the Midnight Alley is a brush with terror and mystery. But fear not, for isn't that what drew us here in the first place? To delve into the unknown and perhaps, just perhaps, come out wiser on the other side? Remember this, the Midnight Alley doesn't reveal its secrets easily. They must be earned. So, dare you venture further? Only time will tell. You're standing at the precipice of the unknown, teetering on the edge of an abyss that is as fascinating as it is terrifying. The Midnight Alley lies ahead, shrouded in darkness and fraught with danger. Can you feel your heart pounding, a frantic tattoo against your ribs? That's fear meeting anticipation. A deadly cocktail that has led many down this path before you. Imagine, if you will, the chilling wind nipping at your cheeks as you step into the alley. Your footsteps echo ominously in the quiet night. Each crunching gravel beneath your feet sounds like brittle bones breaking under pressure. The moon hangs low in the sky, casting long shadows that twist and turn like petulant children, refusing to stay still. As you delve deeper into this labyrinth of terror and mystery, remember, every corner turned could be another piece of an intricate puzzle waiting to be solved, or perhaps a trap cunningly laid out by unseen forces lurking within. There are tales told about previous explorers who ventured bravely but never returned. Their whispered names now nothing more than cautionary tales etched onto cobblestones worn smooth by time. Take, for example, Amelia Sterling, a hard-nosed detective known for her sharp wit and sharper instincts. She stepped into the Midnight Alley seeking answers for an unsolvable case, but found herself ensnared by its enigmatic aura instead. Or consider Arthur Blackwood, a skeptic whose disbelief was shattered when he came face to face with things his logical mind couldn't comprehend. But don't let these stories deter you. They're simply reminders of the risks involved in this quest for knowledge. You see, the Midnight Alley isn't just about frights and chills. It's also about unveiling truths hidden deep beneath layers of deceit and illusion. So keep exploring further into this eerie microcosm where reality blurs into horror-laden fantasy, uncover secrets cloaked in darkness that no one else has dared to probe. The Midnight Alley isn't just a place. It's an experience that tests your mettle, teases your curiosity, and tempts you with the tantalizing possibility of unraveling its enigma. As each moment unfolds in this nocturnal narrative, remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to confront it head-on. So take another step into the darkness, for there are still untold mysteries waiting to be discovered down the midnight alley. And perhaps, just perhaps, you will emerge on the other side not only braver but wiser too. After all, aren't they often two sides of the same coin? The midnight alley waits for you, not with a sense of foreboding, but with a promise of revelation. You see, there's something about this alley that's different from all the others. It doesn't simply exist within our world. It seems to be its own entity entirely, a passage between what we know and what is yet unknown. As you step foot onto the cobblestones bathed in an uncanny silver glow, your senses are heightened, every crack echoing ominously, every shadow taking on a life of its own. Your heart pounds in rhythm with the tick-tocking of an unseen clock. But remember, fear isn't always harmful. It can push us beyond our perceived limits. Imagine yourself as Alice plunging down the rabbit hole, or Harry stepping onto platform 9 for the first time. The thrill they experienced wasn't solely derived from terror, but also from mystery and anticipation. That's what the Midnight Alley offers, a journey into unfamiliar territories where ordinary rules don't apply. Let me take you back to November 1888, the height of Jack the Ripper's reign over London's East End. A similar alley was shrouded in dread and uncertainty then, too. Yet amidst that terror, brave souls ventured into those dark corners, seeking truth and justice. Fast forward to present day. A group of daring urban explorers, known as place hackers, regularly traverse forbidden zones, such as abandoned buildings and underground tunnels, doing so not out of morbid curiosity, but for the thrill and knowledge that comes from unveiling hidden. You may ask why anyone would willingly plunge themselves into these situations. The answer is simple. Humans have an inherent craving for discovery, to face fears head-on and emerge stronger than before. So now consider this. What if your visit to the Midnight Alley could offer more than just heart-pounding fear? What if it could provide answers to questions you didn't even know you had? Or perhaps answers you've been avoiding. The Midnight Alley beckons, offering a journey not solely into the darkness, but also towards the light at the end of it. It's an invitation to test your bravery and expand your mind, to explore that which is hidden in shadows and bathed in moonlight. So, take a deep breath, muster your courage, and step forward. This isn't just another alley. It's the Midnight Alley where terror and mystery intertwine, promising an unforgettable adventure. Remember, bravery isn't about being fearless. It's about facing fear and emerging stronger on the other side. So who knows? You might just walk out wiser than when you entered after all. Aren't courage and wisdom often two sides of the same coin? Have you ever walked down an alley at midnight with nothing but the moonlight breaking through the darkness and a solitary street lamp flickering at the end of your path? It's in these moments that our senses heighten, adrenaline rushes through our veins. But why is this experience so universally intimidating? Let's transport ourselves to one particular midnight alley. Picture yourself there. You're standing at its entrance. The cobblestone path underfoot is slick from recent rain, reflecting back fragments of light from above. The air smells damp and carries a chill that seeps into your bones. Muffled sounds echo from unknown corners, creating eerie symphonies only heard in the quietest hours. The decision to walk down this alley stems not from necessity but curiosity, a desire to face fear head-on, to embrace it rather than run away. As you step forward tentatively, shadows dance around you, as if they have lives of their own. Remember Mary Shelley, she once said. No man chooses evil because it is evil. He only mistakes it for happiness. So maybe what we perceive as terror isn't inherently terrifying, but simply misunderstood or unfamiliar. Take an example. Stories of spectral apparitions are often tied to places like these midnight alleys. Urban legends about spirits forever trapped between worlds because of unfinished business or sudden tragedies. While many see them as objects of fear, others view them with sympathy. Lost souls seeking closure. Or consider Sherlock Holmes' adventures, where dark alleys became crime scenes filled with mysterious clues, leading towards thrilling conclusions. Here terror takes on another form, a puzzle waiting to be solved, an enigma wrapped in mystery. The same applies when we look deeper into our own minds, the most complex labyrinth filled with unexplored paths and hidden secrets. Facing fears requires embarking on an introspective journey, a trip down your personal midnight alley. Remember, the first step towards conquering fear is understanding it. As you emerge from this alley, you'll realize that the experience was not about cowering in fear, but embracing it. It's about acknowledging our vulnerabilities and understanding that they don't define us. In fact, they refine us, sharpening our senses, building courage, and instilling wisdom. So next time when dusk falls and you find yourself standing at the entrance of a midnight alley, step forward. Embrace the unknown. Relish in the mystery. Because while these alleys might be veiled in terror, beneath that cloak lies an opportunity for self-discovery and personal growth. An adventure waiting to unfold under a moonlit sky. As we tread the path of the midnight alley, it's hard to shake off the shivers creeping up our spines or ignore the palpitating hearts beneath our chests. The terror that lurks in these labyrinths is as real as the breaths we take, yet it holds an irresistible allure, an inexplicable mystery that calls out to us from under a moonlit sky. In this journey through shadowed lanes and past whispered secrets, remember, dear wanderer, these alleys are not just brimming with terror, but also pregnant with opportunities for self-discovery. Each step you take draws back another layer of your courage, while peeling away fears you never knew existed. The ominous silence echoes your inner voice, which often gets lost amid life's chaos. Listen carefully. Therein lie answers to questions unasked. The tale spun by each cobblestone under your feet, and every hidden corner can make even time stand still, such is their power. They invite you into an alternate reality, where every moment teems with suspenseful anticipation. A world where fear and curiosity exist in a tantalizing dance. Underneath that cloak of terror lies personal growth, waiting to bloom like a lotus in mud. In adversity lies strength. In fear hides bravery. Every adventure undertaken here serves as a mirror, reflecting your soul's resilience and spirit's undying flame. The Midnight Alley isn't merely an exploration of darkened paths. It's an exploration of yourself. It embodies life itself, full of twists and turns, unexpected surprises and daunting challenges. But amidst all this chaos is beauty waiting to be discovered. So when you find yourself standing at its entrance again, with the night draped around like a velvet curtain, dare to venture in. Let the moonlight guide you through these enigmatic alleys, where terror morphs into thrill, shadows echo untold stories, and mystery becomes knowledge. That's when you truly come alive. Remember, the Midnight Alley is not just a place, it's an experience, a journey of the self. It's where terror meets mystery under the celestial canopy, shaping an adventure that leaves indelible footprints on the canvas of your life.